Spider-Man rushes in with anger. "Stop using my stuff for bad things," he yells. Nuts. He just shot Spider-Man. After finding out the Punisher and one of his associates, named Sergeant Rachel Cole Alves, stole his webbing and used it to get away from a murder scene, basically setting him up, Spider-Man goes on the hunt for the man known as Frank Castle. Frank is alone in a large car park when he hears a noise. He pulls out his gun, but is quickly glued to a van beside him with webs. Spider-Man swoops in and begins berating him for using his web shooters on his mission. He used something Peter created to kill, and he's not fucking happy. Spider-Man doesn't agree with anything he does. Other heroes might let it fly, but not him. He thinks he should be locked up forever. He knows over the years he's given cops a pass, but maybe his screws are a bit too loose right now. He's just killed 3 cops, but he's done now anyways, so he might as well give up. But all Frank has to say is, "I'm done when I'm dead, kid." He reaches inside his van, grabs his pistol, but that just makes Peter even angrier, calling him a sore loser. He's not the only one who's lost people. He's just a guy that uses it as an excuse to murder. Spider-Man is destroying the Punisher. He doesn't stand a chance. Frank says he doesn't want to hurt him, but Spider-Man was never worried about that, as Frank can hit him with whatever he wants, but nothing even makes him flinch. He's faster than him. He's stronger than him. And unlike him, he knows when to quit. Spider-Man explains that he doesn't want to send him to prison. He'll just get out. But as he's explaining, his spider sense goes berserk. So he grabs Frank, but Frank flings a flashbang at him, sending him flying. Frank actually hurt him this time. He never wanted to, but Spider-Man didn't give him a choice. And as he leaves, he takes even more web fluid from him. Later, Spider-Man is at Stark Tower. He's called a meeting to discuss how to deal with the Punisher. But they're not taking him seriously. They think he's joking. But not this time. He's a mass murderer, he says. Nobody can stop him. If they don't handle it, nobody will. And that's when Captain America agrees with him. They've let him run around for too long. It's time to bring him in. Black Widow offers to find him. She can do it. When they're all leaving, Cap notices Logan is looking a bit off, and he asks if he has a problem with all this. And Logan simply replies with, "The difference between me and you, Cap, you believe in the best. Me, I believe some people deserve to die." Back at his secret armory, Frank is getting ready for war, when a not-so-friendly face shows up. It's Wolverine, and he's there to warn him. But before he does, he makes sure he didn't kill those cops, and he asks him, and Frank tells him no. The Avengers are coming after him, he says, so they need to remove every trace of him ever being there. Phosphorus will do the trick. Frank's associate, Sergeant Rachel Cole, has been captured and is due to face execution. And Natasha disguises herself as a lawyer and tries to get her to give him up, but she won't talk. So she sets out on her search the old-fashioned way. Breadcrumbs, or more like dead bodies. She tracks him around the world following the blood trail he leaves behind. Until one day she's in the Congo, and the air feels different. He's here. They begin fighting all across the jungle, until suddenly he begins running, but why? If she found him here, surely she can find him anywhere. But as she follows, she realises what he's done. He's led her directly into an operation of child slavery. So while he gets away, he knows that she won't follow, because in her heart, she knows she has to stop this before any more kids get hurt. Well played, Castle. But it's time for a different approach now. On an island in Indonesia, Thor picks up his scent, so he stops a truck to ask the man where is the man with the skull, but they do not know. Punisher just blew up the truck and everyone with it, including Thor. But he's just even more pissed off now. Castle speeds away in a jeep, but Thor is hot on his heels. He jumps out and explodes the vehicle in what seems to be some sort of military camp. Thor realizes what he's trying to do, but what worked with Natasha won't work with him. For he is the god of thunder. These men are no match for his might. And just like that, the battle is over before it even begun. And Frank doesn't have an escape route this time. He's coming with Thor. Later, he awakes on top of a building, and Thor offers him a beer. He asks him about his life, but war is the only life Frank knows. Thor replies saying, "Then you fight for nothing." Thor knows men like him. His life is battle and nothing more. The world his battlefield and nothing else. He fights because he doesn't know how to not fight. Frank says he fights in a war. But Thor corrects him once more. No. You have made a war so you may fight. You have made a war so you may murder. Which begs the question, have you become the enemy? He explains that his ally, the woman, will die in prison for him. She's refusing to give him up. Will that be a righteous sacrifice, he asks? Is that what he fights for? Thor leaves him with his honour and knowledge of what he must do. It's time to hang up his weapon and let his war end. Later, they're discussing how Frank will get into New York without being noticed, and Natasha knows how he'll do it. Anonymity. No planes, he'll go by sea and pretend to be a part of the crew. After that, Frank knows how to avoid attention. He's done it for years. From there, he will go between trains and buses, changing over multiple times to keep the heat off. He'll take unexpected routes, and then finally, arrive in Grand Central Station. There, he can disappear into a crowd with ease. Punisher has taken down a local drug operation, but not just to stop the illegal activity, no. He takes them hostage because he needs them to wear his clothes. He has an idea in mind. Back at Stark Tower, Tony is trying to prepare for the upcoming war. But I don't think he'll get the chance, to be honest. The day Rachel gets sent to prison is here. The team all have their positions and are ready to go. If he makes a move, they'll know. They're about to leave the city with the prisoner when a tripwire mine takes out the van and Cap with it. But the prisoner inside was just a decoy. It's actually Natasha. Spider-Man rushes to the actual prisoner to check on her, but Iron Man is already there for some reason. But what's he... Iron Man just took Spider-Man out. He takes the prisoner and tells her, "Quick, I can barely manage to fly in this thing." Frank has made his move. Back at the van, they caught whoever blew up the van and started shooting at them. It's the people that Frank took from the drug den, and they're using rubber bullets, so they didn't mean to kill them. They've been played. The real Iron Man has regained his consciousness and has a bone to pick with Castle. He's out for vengeance. He tracks his other suit and locates him immediately, and tells the others where to go. He found the armor, but it's empty. "Tony, I wouldn't go..." Tony really wants to kill the Punisher right now. At the location, Punisher and Rachel are preparing for war. When Logan shows up, he's there to take Rachel away to Canada. He's gonna get her to safety. Frank is staying behind. He knew when he messed with the Avengers, only one of them could get away. And since he got her into this mess, it's on him to finish it. He's ready. Tony spots him and charges in, but he throws some smoke. But that won't affect Iron Man at all. What's he doing? Tony is so sick of him. Natasha and Thor find him first, and she absolutely batters him. Spider-Man rushes in with anger. "Stop using my stuff for bad things," he yells. Nuts. He just shot Spider-Man. Widow shoots him, Thor smashes his guns, and Tony zaps him into next week. He's still about to get back up. Spidey's okay. This is finished. But to him, it's not. Until Steve steps in. "Stand down, Marine. That's an order." And finally, after everything, the big bad Punisher gives in. They've put him in an underwater prison that no one could ever escape from. until they say he can leave. But the streets will still be safe, even if it's not Frank Castle. The Punisher lives on. Well everyone, what do you think of that story? I really liked it. I've just been reading a lot of the Punisher lately, so if a lot of Punisher related videos come up on my page, that's why. And I know Thor could have stopped him when he had him there and then, when he knocked him out in the jungle, but there wouldn't have been any story to tell, so I can let it go. But yeah, let me know what you thought down below. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace.